In the movie The Blob, Steve McQueen's character warns authorities there's an alien mass engulfing people alive, but no one listens. As a result, a town is nearly destroyed when the blob becomes too big to handle. Keep that in mind when viewing our next video. 2021, in an indiscernible location, an anonymous TikTok user is sweeping up a tiled floor when he comes across something unusual. A broomstick prods at an amorphous, transparent blob on the ground. It seems to slide across the floor with little to no resistance, fluid and dappled like the surface of a puddle.
It's pretty weird. I mean, anybody finding something like this in their kitchen would be pretty freaked out.
Field researcher Ken Gerhardt points out there might be truth behind the famous blob so ingrained in pop culture.
The iconic sci-fi movie The Blob was actually based on a real incident that occurred back in 1950. 4 Philadelphia police officers encountered this weird blob-like creature that was about 6 feet in diameter, about a foot thick. It appeared to be alive. And I'm wondering if this could be somehow related to this weird thing that we're seeing on this kitchen floor here.
Or perhaps this strange anomaly is another, more mythical substance.
StarJelly is a clear gelatinous goo that has been found on grass and plants. And according to some mythology, it's deposited on Earth following meteor showers. Typically, this StarJelly substance just disintegrates and leaves behind no trace or residue.
Even if this gooey figure is in no way related to StarJelly, Gerhardt still thinks we might be looking at something extraterrestrial in nature.
Some alien theorists think that if we do find life elsewhere in the universe, it would not have evolved on our planet, so it might not even be carbon-based like we are. It could be made out of silicon or some other substance. There's a strong chance that it's going to look more like this, as opposed to anything that we know of from the fossil record.
First, video analyst Mick West examines whether this footage could have been faked.
If we zoom in on bits of this, we can see there's these kind of ridges in the object. And when it goes over lines like it does here, you can see it's actually refracting the light and causing these lines to break up. And we see it interacting with the environment. Like right here, we see it go up against these pipes. There's a little wave where it goes over the pipes. I think that this is actually a real object that we're looking at.
Next, West points out that the substance StarJelly may be less mythical than it seems.
One of the explanations for StarJelly is that it's animals vomiting frog spawn. They eat the jelly with the frog eggs in it, they partially digest it, and then they throw it up again.
Birds presumably eat frogs. The mucus jelly expands in the bird's stomach in contact with water, and the bird vomits it up. But in this case, he's not sure the StarJelly theory holds together.
StarJelly typically falls apart when you pick it up, and this holds together very well when he's pushing it around with the broom, so I don't think it's StarJelly.
Next, marine biologist Shay Conger considers the alien theory. She agrees the first aliens we meet might be simpler life forms, but she thinks that would mean us going to them, not them coming to us.
The technology needed to travel to Earth from millions of light years away would be incredibly complex. I don't see any evidence of anything like a complex brain or central nervous system. So the idea that this is some kind of advanced extraterrestrial life is pretty unlikely. It would probably be a little more technologically and anatomically defined.
We don't know where it happened, but Conger thinks there's a clue to that and what this is.
This object looks like a lot of decaying jellyfish that I've seen on the shore. And what we're seeing here is part of the natural decomposition process when a marine invertebrate ends up in a dry environment like the beach. It's possible there could have been some sort of high tide or a flood and this animal ended up in these people's house. But either way, it somehow made its way from the ocean into a populated area.
Our verdict? This is a jellyfish, a dead one who's in the process of decomposing. How it made its way to this person's kitchen is anyone's guess.